And as Americans continue to look for ways to save money, discount supermarket chain Aldi is looking to expand. The company says it plans to open 180 stores this year.
Aldi is changing fast, and most shoppers are completely unprepared. Not a new seasonal item in the middle aisle, not a product swap. Structural changes to how Aldi operates, what it sells, and who it serves. 7 changes coming in 2026. Some are already happening. Walk into a new Aldi today and you'll see them. Others are being quietly rolled out before anyone notices. Here's what nobody's talking about. Seniors benefit more than any other group. Every change on this list either directly serves seniors or disproportionately impacts them in ways that matter daily. Stick around. Number 1 is something Aldi has never done in its entire American history. It's the change senior shoppers have been requesting for decades. And it's finally happening. 7. The store expansion is accelerating. This one is confirmed and already visible. Aldi has publicly committed to reaching over 2,500 stores across the United States. New locations are opening at a pace that exceeds almost every previous expansion period in the company's history. This is not a rumor or a projection. You can see new Aldi stores going up in communities across the country right now. What matters for seniors specifically, the locations being prioritized, are moving into suburban and rural communities that have historically had no affordable grocery alternative. These are communities where seniors on fixed incomes have been paying full price at mainstream stores simply because there was nothing else within a reasonable drive. For years, the most common feedback from seniors who had heard about Aldi but never shopped there was simple: there is not one near me. In 2026, that is changing for a significant number of those people. The new stores being built are also noticeably different from older Aldi locations. Wider aisles that accommodate walkers, rollators, and wheelchairs more comfortably than the older format allowed. Improved lighting that makes reading labels and price tags significantly easier. More accessible parking spaces positioned near entrances. These are not rumors or future plans. You can walk into any recently opened Aldi and see the difference that yourself compared to a store built 5 or 10 years ago. One woman, 73, who uses a rollator. The older Aldi near me was sometimes tight to navigate. I loved the prices, but the narrow aisles made me anxious with my rollator. The new one they built closer to my neighborhood is a completely different experience. Wide aisles, bright lighting, easy parking. It genuinely feels like they designed it with people like me in mind. If you have been waiting for an Aldi to open near you, 2026 may be the year it happens. Check the Aldi website regularly for new store announcements in your area. And if a new store has opened near you recently, go see it. The difference from the older locations is immediately noticeable. 6. The organic and health food section is growing significantly. This change is visible in stores right now and appears to be accelerating through 2026. Aldi's Simply Nature line has been steadily expanding for several years, but recent store layouts suggest it is being repositioned from a supplementary niche line to a more prominent, dedicated section within the store. More shelf space, a broader product range, including items that were previously only available at specialty health food stores. Easier to locate without hunting through multiple aisles. Organic canned beans, organic broths, organic pasta, organic snacks, organic dairy, all increasingly available under one recognizable brand at Aldi prices. For seniors managing heart conditions, diabetes, hypertension, or inflammatory conditions, clean organic food is consistently part of what doctors recommend. The problem has always been cost. Organic groceries at Whole Foods, or even at conventional grocery stores, carry premiums of 40 to 80% over standard options. When those same foods become available at Aldi prices, seniors gain practical access to dietary quality that has historically required a premium grocery budget most fixed-income households do not have. Gloria, who found her doctor's entire dietary recommendation list at Aldi for $31, represents exactly the kind of shopper this expansion serves. Her doctor told her to eat organic. Her regular store made it feel impossible. Aldi made it feel normal. The Simply Nature expansion is not just a product story. For seniors who have been told to eat better but could not afford to, it is an access story. And in 2026, that access is expanding faster than it has in any previous year. 5. Major store design and accessibility upgrades. Aldi has been piloting a next-generation store design in select markets, and those design elements are now appearing in new builds and renovations across the country. This is confirmed and observable if you visit a recently opened or renovated location. Aisle widths are being standardized wider across all new stores. For seniors who rely on walkers, rollators, or wheelchairs, the difference between a comfortable aisle and a tight one is not a preference. It is a question of whether the store is accessible at all. The new width accommodates mobility aids without the anxiety of blocking other shoppers or getting stuck. Checkout lanes are being modified to include lower conveyor surfaces at select stations. That matters for seniors with back pain, shoulder limitations, or reduced upper body strength who find lifting groceries onto a high belt physically painful. It is a small design change that makes a real difference in whether the checkout process hurts. Signage throughout stores is being updated to larger print with higher contrast color schemes. Category markers, aisle identifiers, and price tags are all becoming significantly easier to read. For seniors with vision concerns, this is the difference between shopping independently and needing someone to read labels for you. The staff checkout lanes are not being reduced to make room for self-checkout. Both options are being maintained side by side. The self-checkout stations appearing in newer stores feature larger screens, simpler interfaces, and audio guidance. For seniors who prefer staffed lanes, nothing changes. For those who want to check out at their own pace without time pressure, the option exists. Arthur, 81, I like the Aldi cashiers. They are fast and friendly, but I can see why some people would rather do it themselves without a line behind them. If both options are there, that seems right. These are not cosmetic upgrades. They are structural changes to how the store works for people with real physical needs. And they are happening now, not in some future plan. Visit a recently renovated Aldi and see for yourself. The store design changes improve what happens inside Aldi, but number 4 is about what happens before you even leave the house. And for seniors who plan their shopping carefully, this might be the most practically useful change on the entire list. 4. The Aldi app is getting significantly more useful. Aldi has confirmed a major app redesign rolling out through 2026. The current app works, but it is basic compared to what competitors like Walmart and Kroger offer their shoppers. The updated version is expected to include several features that matter specifically for seniors who plan their shopping carefully and manage their grocery budget closely. A personalized weekly ad that learns from your shopping patterns and surfaces the deals most relevant to you, rather than showing every shopper the same generic layout. If you buy olive oil, Greek yogurt, and chicken every week, the app will highlight deals on those items first instead of making you scroll through categories you never buy from. A shopping list builder with price estimation that lets you plan your trip and know approximately what it will cost before you leave the house. You add items to your list. The app calculates a running total based on current Aldi pricing, and you walk into the store with a clear expectation of what you will spend. For seniors managing tight grocery budgets, this is not a convenience feature. It is a budgeting tool that reduces real anxiety about unexpected totals at the register. Improved search and navigation for Aldi finds items and new product arrivals so you can check whether the item you want is likely to be available at your local store before making the trip. Gloria, I already check the Aldi app every Sunday to plan my week. If it can estimate my total before I go in, that is genuinely useful, not a gimmick. Actually useful in a way that changes how I feel about the trip before I even get in the car. For seniors who are comfortable with smartphones, the redesigned app could become the most practical grocery planning tool available. For seniors who are not yet using the app, this might be the version worth asking a grandchild to help you set up. If you are finding these updates useful and you want to stay informed as these changes roll out, hit subscribe right now, because the remaining 3 items on this list are the ones that could change your Aldi experience the most. 3. The Aldi Finds program may be getting its biggest update ever. This is where I need to be clear about what is confirmed and what is reported, because this change, if it happens as described, would solve the single biggest frustration loyal Aldi shoppers have had for years. What is confirmed? Aldi knows the Finds program frustrates loyal shoppers. Items sell out within hours of hitting shelves. Seniors who cannot make a Wednesday morning trip miss products they have been looking forward to for weeks. Aldi has acknowledged this feedback publicly and has indicated that changes are being explored. What is reported but not yet officially confirmed in every detail. Industry sources and retail analysts suggest Aldi is developing changes to the Finds program that could include some form of advance reservation for high-demand items through the app. The idea is that shoppers could reserve popular items before the general Wednesday release, pay through the app, and pick up in store during the first week without competing with the morning rush. A second reported change: an extended availability window for a new category of items that would stay on shelves for 3 weeks instead of the current 1-week cycle. That would give shoppers who cannot get to the store immediately a realistic window to find items before they disappear. If those reports are accurate, the impact on senior shoppers would be significant. Many seniors cannot easily make a Wednesday morning trip. They rely on family members or transportation services. They have medical appointments that cannot move. They have mobility limitations that make rushing to a store at opening impractical. A reservation system and extended availability would address those barriers directly. One woman, 64. The Finds section is my favorite part of Aldi, but I have missed things I really wanted because I could not get there on Wednesday. If they create any kind of reservation system, that changes everything for me. That is the one thing I have wanted from Aldi for years. I will update this as soon as Aldi confirms the details publicly. For now, the reports are encouraging, and they align with everything else Aldi is doing to serve loyal shoppers better. 2. Aldi is making a significant push into fresh, prepared, and portion-controlled foods. This change is partially confirmed and partially reported. The distinction matters. The confirmed part, Aldi is expanding its fresh and refrigerated departments in all new builds and major renovations. More produce variety, a broader meat selection, particularly in chicken and pork, more organic and antibiotic-free options. Portion-controlled packaging specifically labeled for 1- and 2-person households. All of this is visible in recently opened stores right now. That portion-controlled packaging deserves attention on its own. For seniors cooking for 1 or 2 people, the standard family pack of chicken breasts or the large bag of salad means buying more than you can use before it spoils. Portion-controlled packaging at Aldi prices solves that problem directly. You buy what you need. Nothing goes to waste. The value per meal actually improves because you are not throwing food away. The reported part, Aldi may be moving toward regional produce sourcing that would allow stores in different areas to carry locally grown produce during specific seasons. And select store formats may be testing a prepared food section with freshly made soups, grain bowls, and meal solutions at Aldi price points. If the prepared food section materializes, it would address one of the most significant unmet needs for senior shoppers. Seniors living alone often struggle with cooking motivation, especially after losing a spouse. The kitchen that used to be the center of family meals becomes a room you avoid because cooking for one feels pointless. Restaurant delivery costs $12 to $18 per meal. Frozen dinners are affordable but loaded with sodium that works against every health recommendation. Nutritious prepared meals at Aldi prices would fill exactly the gap between expensive delivery and unhealthy frozen. That gap is where millions of seniors currently struggle every single day. Margaret, 83, who currently shops at 3 stores every week. If Aldi can give me fresh produce, good meat in portions I can actually use, and maybe some prepared meals I want to eat, all at Aldi prices, I stop making 3 trips and start making 1. That saves me time, gas money, and a lot of physical effort every single week. The portion-controlled packaging alone, which is confirmed and already appearing, is worth highlighting separately. For decades, grocery stores have packaged meat, produce, and dairy in family-sized quantities because that is what moves the most volume. Seniors cooking for 1 or 2 have been forced to buy more than they need, watch food spoil, and absorb the waste as a hidden cost of shopping. Aldi's move toward clearly labeled single and 2-person portions treats smaller households as real customers with real needs, not as an afterthought. That shift in thinking matters as much as the price on the label. 1. Aldi may be introducing a senior savings program. Saved this for last because if the reports are accurate, it is the most significant change on this list. And I want to be completely straightforward about the sourcing. This has been reported by multiple retail industry analysts and has appeared in trade publications, but it has not been officially confirmed by Aldi in a public press release as of the time of this video. I am sharing what has been reported, not what has been guaranteed. Here is what the reports describe. Aldi is developing a senior savings program, a first-of-its-kind initiative for a company that has operated without any traditional loyalty program for its entire American history. No points cards, no membership fees, no tiered rewards. That has always been the Aldi philosophy. Lowest prices for everyone, equally, and the simplicity of not running a loyalty program contributes to the cost efficiency that keeps prices low. The reported program would not replace that philosophy. It would expand it, available to verified shoppers 60 years of age and older. The reported components: a dedicated senior shopping hour during the first hour of operation on select weekday mornings, with additional staff available, and a more patient pace at checkout. A senior discount day, reportedly monthly, with a meaningful discount on the entire purchase. Early access to select Aldi Finds items for program members, either through in-store early access or through the app, and a dedicated customer service line for senior shoppers. If this launches as described, it would be unprecedented for Aldi and arguably unprecedented in the American grocery industry at this scale. One man, 82. If Aldi creates a program specifically for seniors, that tells me something about what kind of company they are becoming. That is not just a discount, that is recognition. I want to be honest about why this matters, even with the caveats about confirmation. Look at everything else on this list. The store expansion into underserved communities where seniors live, the wider aisles and better accessibility, the organic food expansion at affordable prices, the smarter app with budget estimation tools, the Finds improvements that address Wednesday morning barriers, the fresh food push with portion-controlled packaging for 1- and 2-person households. Every single change on this list, whether confirmed or reported, points in the same direction. Aldi is not just growing, it is growing in a way that specifically and intentionally serves seniors better than any other major grocery chain in America right now. Whether the Senior Savings Program launches exactly as reported remains to be seen, but the pattern of investment is clear, and patterns like this do not happen by accident. They happen because a company has decided who its most important customers are and is building its future around serving them. I want to be honest about why this matters, even if some details are still unconfirmed. The combination of everything on this list, the store expansion into underserved communities, the wider aisles and better accessibility, the organic food expansion, the smarter app, the Finds improvements, the fresh food push, and potentially a dedicated senior program tells a consistent story. Aldi is not just growing. It is growing in a direction that specifically and intentionally serves seniors better than any other major grocery chain in America. Whether the Senior Savings Program launches exactly as reported remains to be seen, but the pattern of investment is clear. And patterns like this do not happen by accident. They happen because a company has decided who its most important customers are and is building its future around serving them. For seniors who have been loyal to Aldi through every inconvenience, every quirk, every quarter cart, and every bring your own bag moment, 2026 looks like the year Aldi starts building something back in your direction. Not every change on this list will land at every store on the same timeline. Some are happening now, some will roll out gradually, some may evolve from what has been reported before they reach your location. That is the nature of a company changing in real time. But the direction is unmistakable. Wider aisles, smarter apps, better food, more accessibility, and potentially a program designed specifically for the shoppers who made Aldi what it is today. That is not a company resting. That is a company paying attention. I will keep you updated as every one of these changes rolls out through 2026 and beyond. Subscribe so you never miss an update. Check out the video on screen right now where we break down every major Aldi product arrival coming in the next 30 days. I will see you in the next one.